Hey guys, welcome to Yoga Fusion Live. Hey to you guys who are joining us on Facebook right now. We're gonna do today focusing on total body, so full body flow. We're gonna get a lot of legs in, core, and shoulders and arms. So really kind of combining what we've been working on already with a couple of those recorded classes. If you guys have been able to view those, we focused on shoulders and hand placement for upper body yoga poses. And then we've also focused on the feet and your foundation and balancing in yoga poses. So putting all that together with the core work that we've done, we're gonna have a full total body flow today. So go ahead and meet me on the mat. We're gonna start off seated and go ahead and sit, you can sit in the top third of the mat in any way that's gonna be comfortable for you. So you can sit cross-legged, one leg out to the side, just any way where you can sit up nice and tall, reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And then as usual, we'll do a little bit of centering. So breathe in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. If you're comfortable closing the eyes here, go ahead and let the eyes close. And then continue to breathe in and out through the nose. With each inhale, you want to reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling so you have a nice long spine. And with each exhale, you want to find a place in the body to relax. So relaxing the shoulders, maybe relaxing the space between the eyebrows, relax your jaw. Continue to breathe here. Take a few seconds to check in and just notice how you're feeling. Notice if you have any sore spots or areas where you might want to go easy on yourself for today. And then we'll move into our cat-cow following the breath. So your inhale, you'll rock the pelvis forward, lean forward, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. With your exhale, we'll lean back, drop the chin down to the chest, and then repeat. Inhale into spinal extension, and exhale, spinal flexion. Do that one more time. And then at the end of your exhale, we'll move into circles. So we'll circle the shoulders over the pelvis. And you can start off with small circles here and then take them into bigger circles. We're just warming up through the low back as you go forward and through the hips. Go ahead and switch direction of your circles. You can do a little push-pull with the hands on the knees to get into the shoulders a little bit more. And then find a good stopping point. Switch the crossing of your legs. So if the right shin was in front, switch it so the left shin's in front. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, side bend over. Pick your favorite side. Inhale, we'll come right back up. And exhale over to the other side. So keep flowing with the breath. Your inhale brings you up and your exhale brings you over. And we're just stretching out through the obliques and the side of the body. Go ahead and do one more time each side. And then we'll come back to neutral. Go ahead and kick the legs out to one side and let's move into tabletop position. Bring those knees right underneath the hips. Or actually, bring your knees together, separate your hands, and we'll start by dropping the hips side to side. Kind of like windshield wipers, just to stretch out through the IT band a little and the low back. And just like we did before, we'll take this movement into circles as well. So hips drop to the side, bring them forward and circle around and back, passing through a child's pose and continuing to breathe. Your exhale brings you back, your inhale brings you forward. Go ahead and switch direction. Do a little push-pull with the hands, so you're waking up the fingers and the wrists as well. The further forward you lean, the more wrist flexibility is required. And then find a good stopping point. Go ahead and shake out those hands, and let's step the feet back into plank pose. You can separate the feet here for balance, and just take a second to hold your plank as you warm up the core here. Bring those hips in line with the shoulders. Breathe deeply in through the nose. If you need to release some heat, you can let it out through the mouth. And then from here, rock forward and backwards on the toes. So we're just waking up the wrists here as well as the ankles. As you rock forward, you're adding more flexion to the wrists. So just stretching it out there. And then press those hips back into downward facing dog. We'll do a little bit of core warm up here, additional core warm up. So we'll inhale, roll forward into plank. Squeeze belly to spine. And exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, hips back. One more time. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Bend and straighten one knee at a time. Stretch out through the hamstrings and the calves. Take your time here. And then we'll just walk the feet forward. Coming into a forward fold, hang out here. Separate your feet, grab onto your elbows, and sway from side to side. Stretch out through the low back and the hamstrings. Relax your head, gaze in between the legs, and just let your head be heavy. And then release the elbows, bend the knees, and we'll just slowly roll up. If this is safe for the spine, slowly roll up all the way to standing and move into a few shoulder circles, hugging those shoulders up to the ears, squeezing them together and then pressing them down and back. Do that a few more times. And then in with the shoulders relaxed, and we'll just shake it out. Arms are dead weight. You can take this as slow or as fast as you need. Coming back to neutral, step the feet about hips distance and width apart. Inhale, reach the arms up, interlace the thumbs. Exhale, side bend over to one side. Inhale, come right back up. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, come up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, switch. And then come up, go ahead and release the thumbs and just shake it out. From here, bring your hands to your hips. Shift the weight into your right foot. Come to the left toes. And let's move into a few hip circles. So we'll circle this left knee around. Externally rotating first, so bringing that knee up, out to the side, down and back. And then switch direction, internally rotate, so your knee is moving in towards the center line as you circle. Nice, see if you can hold that balance just a little while longer to straighten out that left leg. Point and flex your left ankle. And then do a little eversion and inversion with the ankle, so you're just turning the foot in and out at the ankle joint. And then just circle around. Switch direction. And switch sides. Shift the weight over into your left foot, come to the right toes. Find your focal point. When you feel steady, we'll circle this right knee around. Going for full range of motion here. Go ahead and switch direction. You want these circles to be as big as you can. And then go ahead and bring this leg back forward. Hold the balance. Straighten the right leg. Go ahead and point and flex the right ankle. And then go ahead and move into your eversion and inversion. So just turning in and out. And then move into circles. Try to keep your legs stable. Switch direction of your circles. And then place this right foot down. Nice job. Shake it out. Separate the feet about mat's width distance apart. Turn your toes out to the sides. And with an inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, sink the hips down, yogi squat. Inhale, stand it right back up. And exhale, squat. Inhale, come right back up. You want to keep your heels on the ground for the squat. Go ahead and squat and keep moving with the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. So these movements are called kriyas. I do a lot of kriyas in my yoga flows. And they just give you an opportunity to really find the posture. Next time you're down, go ahead and hold. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. And even lift the hips about an inch. Bring the hands together at heart center and really fire up those thighs. Press the elbows into the inner thighs, but have the inner thighs press back and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring the hands to the floor. Step your feet back into plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra first. Lift those hands. And exhale, press up on your knees. hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, big step to the front of the mat, half lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms out to the sides and stand all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Press the palms together here. Inhale, keep pressing as you reach up. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the feet back. Plank pose. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Hover an inch from the floor. And then inhale, come up into up dog or lower down cobra pose. Exhale, drop the chest. Pick those knees up off the floor. Press up, strict plank, strict push up into plank, and then hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, big step to the front of the mat. Go ahead and make your way all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. Full sun salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the feet back, plank, and lower down on the same exhale if you can. Hover, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Cleansing breath here. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Hold your down dog. Step the feet together. Let's lift the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Relax your left heel back towards the ground. And then inhale, bring your right knee forward to touch your right elbow. Exhale, press back. Inhale, right knee across the body. Try to touch that left elbow. Exhale, press back. And inhale, bring this right knee forward and place that foot down on the floor. Drop down to your left knee. Sweep those arms up in line with the ears. Interlace the thumbs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend over. Inhale, come right back up. Exhale, cactus the arms out to the side. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist and hold. Open up the hands here. Hold and breathe. If you want to challenge yourself, let's tuck those back toes under. Pick that back knee up off the floor. Sink into the hips. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Rotate back forward. Drop the hands down. Plant your left hand. Reach your right hand up. Twist. Big breath in here. We're going to transition into side plank. So let's pick up this right foot. Take as many steps as you need. And transition into your side plank. Left hand on the floor, right hand up in the air. And from here, let's do a few leg lifts for that top leg. If you need to drop down to your bottom knee, feel free. Go ahead and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Hips nice and high. Lift and lower. For 3, lower, 2, lower, and 1. Hold there. Gonna bend this top leg and bring it right back to the front of the mat. We're ending up in our high crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up and hold. Breathe, find your breath, find your stance, find your balance, and then we'll open up into warrior 2. Drop the back heel, open up your hands. Go ahead and take a few seconds, a few breaths to find your stance. You want a really wide stance here. Deep bend in your front knee, arms out to the sides. Make sure your back arm is in line with the shoulders and gaze forward. Breathe here. Imagine you're using the legs to rip the mat apart underneath you. And then hold that engagement. As you flip the front palm, reach up and back. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Reach forward. And then bring right elbow to the thigh. Left arm in line with the ears. Arm circles here. You can bend at the elbow if you need to. Going to switch direction. And let's move into our bind, optional bind. So you can hold your extended side angle or take this top arm, drop it back behind you, reach your bottom arm underneath your thigh and find your fingertips. Open up the chest, gaze up towards the ceiling and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Pull yourself back up, straighten this front leg, hands to hips, preparing for triangle pose. Move those hips forward and backwards, do little sassy hips, and then press the hips to the back. Reach your arms forward, reach as far as you can, and then tilt down, triangle pose. Again, gaze is up towards those top fingertips. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop this top arm down. Pick up your back heel. We're transitioning into pyramid pose. Both legs are straight, and you want to take your back foot, step it forward as much as you need to drop that heel to the ground. You can inhale, come up, bring your hands to your shin. Find a nice flat back, and then exhale, fold back forward. Inhale, come out of it some, and exhale, fold forward. This is a really intense hamstring stretch for the back of the front leg. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and half lift. Bend into your front knee. Kick this back leg up in the air as you walk your hands forward. Standing split. You don't actually have to be in a split. We're just going to kick this back leg up as high as you can. Lots of stretch and strength in that standing supporting leg. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left foot down beside the right. Separate the feet, grab onto your elbows and sway a little side to side, bending and straightening one knee at a time, just to shake it out. And then release the hands. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a little, sweep the arms out to the sides, and let's stand all the way up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here. And just check in with yourself, sort of reset, bring the feet back to hips width distance apart. Find your mountain pose. If it's comfortable, let your eyes close. Feel your heart rate. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Feel your chest rising as you breathe in, and then feel it sinking back in as you breathe out. Notice how you might feel sort of lopsided in your body. And then go ahead and look forward to doing the other side. We're going to separate the feet here. Turn the toes out to the side. We're starting with that yogi squat again. So go ahead and get set for that. Remember, you want to keep your heels on the ground. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Exhale, sink the hips back. Inhale, straighten, drop the arms. Exhale, hips back. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, straighten, drop the arms. Exhale, sink the hips back and down. Yogi squat, nice long spine here. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the ground. Go ahead and step your feet back into plank. Inhale, rock forward on the toes. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, lift that left leg up, three-legged dog. Relax your right heel towards the mat. And then inhale, bring your left knee forward to touch the left elbow. Exhale, press back. Inhale, left knee across the body, touch the right elbow. Exhale, press back. And inhale, bring this left foot forward and drop it down in between the hands. Drop down to your back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Low crescent lunge. From here, interlace the thumbs. Reach up as high as you can, and then exhale, side bend over. Inhale, come right back up. Cactus the arms with your exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist and hold. Open up the hands. Breathe here. We're going to challenge ourselves here again. Tuck those back toes under. and then pick up that back knee. Keep sinking into the hips. From here, go ahead and rotate back forward. Drop both of the hands down. Plant your right hand, lift your left hand up, twist. And then from here, transitioning into side plank. We're gonna pick up this front foot, take as many steps as you need to transition into side plank. And from here, if you need to modify, drop down to that bottom knee. We're gonna do some leg lifts on my count. Ready? Lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep those hips lifted, lift and lower. For 3, lower, 2, lower, and 1. Hold here. Hold, hold, hold. Bend your top leg, and let's rotate forward. Bring that top foot to the front of the mat. Come light on the fingertips. Sweep the arms up. High crescent lunge. Sink into the hips. Find your stance here. And then go ahead, drop the back heel. Open up, warrior 2 on the other side. Again, take a few moments to find your stance. Engage those legs as if you're gonna rip the mat apart underneath you. Bring those arms up in line with the shoulders and gaze forward. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Flip the front palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. Go ahead and come back to warrior 2. Reach forward, reach, 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 and then bring your elbow to your thigh. Right arm in line with the ears. Circle this right arm around. Go ahead and switch direction. We're moving into our bind. So we're gonna take this top arm, drop it back behind us. Reach your bottom arm underneath and find your fingertips. So I usually have to close my stance just a little. You can heel till that back foot forward. Open up the chest here and gaze up for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Pull yourself back up. Straighten the front leg, hands to hips. Do a little sassy hips just to wake up the inner thighs and the hamstrings. And then triangle pose. Press your hips to the back, reach your arms out and reach forward. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. And then tilt down, triangle pose. Gaze is up towards the top fingers. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, we'll just drop this top hand down right beside your front foot. Pick up the back heel and have your fingertips frame your front foot. For pyramid pose, we're gonna step this back foot forward, maybe about a few inches, or enough until you can drop your back heel. Both legs are straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Continue to breathe and move into and out of the posture as needed. Again, this is a really deep stretch, so go easy on yourself here. No need to pull a muscle or anything. You really want to ease into the stretch. Use your breath. And then transitioning into standing split, we're going to bend the front knee, walk your fingertips forward, kick this back leg up in the air, keep this standing leg straight and engaged. Lift that back leg as high as you can for 3, 2, and 1. Bring this foot down. Just like we did before, separate the feet some, grab onto opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Bend and straighten one knee at a time. Stretch out through the back of the legs a little bit more in the low back. And then release the arms. Bend the knees, bring your hands to your thighs, and just press yourself up to standing. Excellent work, you guys. We're gonna do a little bit more balance work here. So go ahead and take a moment to check in with yourself. Now's a great time to grab a sip of water. If you have a water bottle nearby, grab a quick sip of water, and then meet me back in mountain pose in the top third of the mat. Shoulders relaxed down away from the ears, fingertips actively reaching down. From here, let's shift the weight into our right foot. We're gonna be balancing on the right leg. You can start by bringing your hands to your hips. And then let's go ahead and bring this left thigh parallel to the ground. From here, you can keep your hands on your hips or go ahead and open them out to the sides. Just like we did in the warm-up, we're gonna circle this left knee around. We're only gonna do external rotation here, and we're gonna let this rotation take us into tree pose. So when your knee's pointing out to the side, go ahead and bend at the knee, bring the bottom of your left foot to your right inner thigh, and then bring the hands together at heart center. Find your focal point, your drishti, something to stare at that's not moving to help you stay balanced. You can also do this against a wall if you're at your house. It's a pretty fun trick. You want to bring your heel, glutes, shoulder blades, back of the head to a wall, and the back of your knee to a wall, just to test how much external rotation you have. And then from here, full expression, you can reach the arms up in line with the ears. Final challenge in tree pose is to close the eyes. As soon as you close the eyes, you're removing that focal point, and you'll notice a lot of micro movements in the bottom of the feet of the right foot to keep you stable. This is an excellent exercise if you run. You're really stabilizing the arches of the feet and all the small muscles around the ankles here. Go ahead and open the eyes if they're closed. Bring the hands down to heart center. One last challenge. Hold on to that balance a little bit more. Peace sign fingers of your left hand are going to grab onto your left big toe. And from here, we're going to open up into hand and knee pose. So your right hand can come out to the side, and we're going to work to straighten this left leg as much as you can. Press through the left heel. Try to get the leg straight. If it's not straight, that's fine. You can just hang out with the bent knee. But wherever you are, we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend the knee. Release the toes. Place this foot down, and we'll just shake it out. Get ready for the other side. So make sure this left foot is nice and steady. I usually like to lift my toes, spread them a little, and then place them back down pretty deliberately so you have some grip with the pads of the toes. And then from here, hands to the hips, we're going to start off with those left hip circles. Nice, and then from here, we're taking this into tree pose. So if you want to open up the hands, if that helps with the balance. Next time your right knee is out to the side, you can grab onto the ankle and bend the knee. Place that foot mindfully, deliberately onto the inside of your left leg. Find your focal point and balance here. Bringing the hands together at heart center. And there's a lot of engagement here, so I'm really pressing my right foot into my left inner thigh, but having my left inner thigh pressed back. Just like you're pressing the palms together. Everything is pressing inwards towards the center line, and that's really gonna work to keep you stable. For that full expression of tree, go ahead and reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Think about posture here. Again, if you're not at a wall, you can sort of imagine a wall behind you. Your thumbs would be against that wall. Back of the head, shoulder blades, hips, heel of your left foot, and your right outer thigh. From here, transitioning into hand to knee pose, bring the hands back together at heart center, and then peace sign fingers of your right hand grab onto your big toe. One side's always a little bit easier than the other. For me, this is my harder side, so I'm going to take it a little bit slower. And then you want to work to straighten your right leg. Nice. Wherever you are, we will hold and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release, and with as much control as possible, we'll place this right foot right back down. Go ahead and shake out that left foot. Woo, excellent work. So that was a lot of work for the ankles and the arches of the feet. Hopefully it feels good. You know, you feel the strength that you just built. And from here, we're gonna move back into our yogi squats. So with an inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, sink the hips back, squat and hold. This is the third time you've been here, so hopefully you're able to get a little bit deeper than the first 2 times. And we're gonna play around with crow pose. So I'll coach you guys through it. If you're uncomfortable playing around with crow for now, just hold your yogi squat and breathe. Otherwise, we're gonna bring the hands to the floor. Go ahead and lift those hips up, straighten the legs some, filter your feet in, and you actually wanna lift the heels of the feet so that you bring the knees to the backs of the arms. From here, you're gonna gaze forward. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, lean forward. Maybe float 1 foot off the floor and then lean back. Inhale, exhale, lean forward. You might float the other foot off the floor. You might float both feet off the floor and just sort of play around here as you rock forward and backwards with floating those toes off the floor. Again, you want a lot of focus here. So you're just finding a spot on the floor in front of you. Remember, gaze forward, not down. And try to hold that crow pose for maybe 3 to 5 breaths, or just play around for 3 to 5 breaths. If you can hop your feet back into chaturanga, we'll make that happen in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hop or step, feet back, chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Bend and straighten 1 knee at a time. In your down dog, stretch out through the backs of the legs. And then from here, inhale, roll forward into plank. Separate the feet, drop the heels side to side, just a couple times each side. And then we'll lift opposite hand up, alternating side plank. Throwing in just a little bit more core work. Keep those hips lifted nice and high. And continue to breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and meet me back in plank. Hips up, downward facing dog. Step your feet together, lift your right leg up, and then inhale, bring your right foot through, in between the hands. We're gonna open right up into warrior 2. So drop your back heel, windmill the arms up, open up, warrior 2. So you have a deep bend in your right knee, left leg is straight, arms out to the side, gaze forward. Hold your warrior 2. Just a little preview of what's coming up. We're gonna work on bird of paradise, which is a balance pose. So if you know what that is, go ahead and get mentally prepared. Otherwise, be prepared to listen carefully. We're gonna reach forward with the right hand, bring the right elbow to the thigh, left arm in line with the ears. Next, we want to find the bind. If you don't have the bind with your fingertips, you can grab onto your shirt, or if you have a strap, use a strap to hold your hands together back behind you. And then from here, we're going to gaze down instead of up. Bird of paradise is a balanced posture. So we're going to kick up this back leg, take as many steps as you need to the front of the mat. Both of my toes are facing forward. I'm going to shift the weight into my left foot, come to the right toes. This might be a great place to stop. If you want to take it a little further, we're going to stand on that left foot, hold the bind, and try to straighten the spine. You want really nice posture here before we move on. The final step is to work towards straightening this right leg. So just like I mentioned before, it might not be perfectly straight, no worries. Just go as far as you can and hold and breathe. Notice what your body is feeling right now. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend your right leg, and let's place that foot right back down. Nice and controlled. Step your left foot back into warrior 2, and let's go ahead and open up. Straighten the front leg, hands to hips, slide those hips to the back, tilt down, triangle pose. You can bring this arm, top arm in line with the ears and just reach forward. It's a nice stretch. for the side of the body. And if you want a little challenge for the core, just bring the bottom arm up in line with the ears as well and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release that. Pull yourself back up, bend into the front knee, windmill the arms down, pick up the back heel, drag your front foot back, downward facing dog. Cleansing breath here, breathe into the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. And then lift this left leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring your left foot through, in between the hands, drop the back heel, and go ahead and windmill yourself up into warrior 2. Nice. From here, remember we're going to move into the bind. So you're going to reach forward as far as you can, left elbow to your left thigh, right arm in line with the ears. You need a few arm circles. Go ahead and take some time to do that. And you're going to take this top arm, drop it back behind you, reach your bottom arm underneath, and either grab onto your clothes. So if you can see me here, I'm grabbing onto my leggings. You can do that. Or you can find your fingertips. Or if you have a strap, grab onto a strap and gaze down. Kick this back leg forward so that both set of toes are facing the front of the mat. Again, this is stopping point number 1, if you want to stop here. Otherwise, stand on that right leg. Go ahead and bring yourself all the way up. Try to hold that bind. Find your focal point, and then take your time, and we'll work to straighten this left leg. Nice. Remember, one side is always a little easier than the other, but wherever you are, hold without judgment for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend that left leg. Drop those left toes right back down to the floor. Kick that right leg back into warrior 2 stance. Release the bind, pull yourself back up, and then straighten your front leg. Hands to hips, slide those hips to the back of the room. Reach your front arm forward, and let's tilt down, triangle pose. Breathing here. And then choosing to bring this top arm in line with the ears and finding some core work. Bringing the bottom arm up to match for 3, 2, and 1. Open back up, pull yourself back up, bend into the front knee. Windmill the arms down, pick up the back heel, drag that front foot back into plank. Inhale, rock forward on the toes. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Nice. From here, we're gonna hop the feet forward into our yogi squat. So you can walk your hands together some if you need to. Take a big breath in, come onto the toes, bend the knees, and as you breathe out, we'll just hop those feet forward, yogi squat. Lift the chest nice and high. Let's throw in a little twist here. Bring your right fingertips to the floor. Lift your left arm up, twist open. If you want to take a bind, you can take a bind, or you can just hold. Go ahead and switch sides. Left fingertips to the floor, right arm is open. Option to take a bind if you can find your fingertips. Otherwise, hold open. And then we'll come back forward and let's sink the hips back. Kick the legs out in front of you. And let's move into boat pose for a little bit of core work to end with. So grab on behind the thighs, walk the heels back. Go ahead and use this grip on the back of the legs to lift the chest. From here, bring the feet off the floor, shins parallel to the ground. Hold and breathe. Keep the chest lifted. Try not to fall back and sort of round the back. You want to lift the chest and think cow pose. So you have some spinal extension here. And then option to straighten the legs. We've done a lot of work with the hamstrings, so hopefully you can work towards getting the legs a little straighter. And then final option is to release. Hold here and breathe for 3, 2, And 1, go ahead and drop the feet down. Let the knees fall out to the sides. Bring the feet together. Bound angle pose. And let's do a little circling here. So you can grab onto your toes or your shins, and we'll just circle, shoulders over the pelvis. Keep pressing the feet together. Switch direction and continue to breathe here. So your inhale is going to bring you forward and your exhale is going to bring you back. Go ahead and find a neutral spine. Slide the feet away some. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, round back, forward fold. Try to bring the forehead towards the feet. Again, keep pressing the feet together harder than you think you need to. And then from here, go ahead and bring yourself back up. Use your hands to pull the knees together. And let's roll back onto our backs, hugging the knees into the chest. Rock the hips from side to side. And then meeting back up in the center. Bring the feet down. Open up the hands. Cross your right leg over your left. Slide your hips to the right and drop the legs over to the left. You can hold this twist variation, or if you want, you can work towards straightening that top right leg and just kind of letting gravity do the work as you rest this foot on the floor. You could even grab onto the big toes and sort of use that as leverage to go deeper into the twist. Breathe deeply here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release the bind if you have it. We'll come back up, slide the hips back to center, and we'll do the same thing other side. So cross your left leg over your right thigh, slide the hips to the left, and then drop the legs as they are over to the right with an option to just kind of relax here and let gravity do the work. If you want to go for the bind, then you can straighten this left leg. Again, we've done a lot of work with the hamstrings, so hopefully you feel like you have a bit more mobility there. And you can just rest that foot on the floor. If you have a block, you can rest that foot on the block, or you can grab onto your big toes and just kind of hold the bind here. You can also take this bottom leg and sort of slide it back some more. And there's an option for a bind here as well, if you want to take that. Wherever you are, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Bend the extended leg. Slide the hips back to center. And then we'll let the feet come together one last time. Knees out to the side. Reclining bound angle. Just to end with something symmetrical. And take a few moments to breathe here. Just allowing your body to rest while gravity does the work of stretching out through the inner thighs. And maybe a little bit through the hamstrings as well. And then moving into Savasana, we'll go ahead and bring the legs back together. Straighten one leg at a time. Allow yourself to completely relax here, so your toes might fall out to the side. You can bring your arms down by your sides. If you feel comfortable closing the eyes, go ahead and let the eyes close. Otherwise, have a soft gaze towards the ceiling. And just completely relax. So this is Savasana. If you need to do seated meditation instead of laying down, that's fine as well. But wherever you are, you're completely relaxed. Letting go of any muscular engagement you might still be holding on to. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the space between the eyebrows. Letting your body be heavy and feeling the support of the ground underneath you. Allow your thoughts to go in one ear and out the other. Paying no attention to them really, just kind of letting them float by like clouds in the sky. Finding a sense of stillness here, along with a sense of gratitude. And then using as little energy as possible, we'll start to wake ourselves back up. Maybe wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, ankle circles, wrist circles, eventually bending the knees, placing the feet flat on the floor, and then picking your favorite side to roll over into a fetal position. And then gently pressing yourself up to seated, bringing the hands together at heart center, bow the chin down to the chest, find that sense of gratitude once again. Thank you guys for joining me for today's class. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram at JackieO_yoga. And feel free to follow along with my journey recording these classes and to ask any questions if you need to. And you can follow Total Row as well at Total Row Buckhead. Thank you guys again. Namaste.